why is it like that?
Okay, we are live. Awesome. Welcome to Wine Wednesday with Matthew. This is my first live broadcast on Twitch and with Relished, so I am very, very excited to be here. Thanks for joining me. Today we're going to drink a little wine, talk about a little wine, and I'm going to throw something on the grill. I'm going to do some broccoli and put some rice with it, and we'll make a nice little broccoli beef stir fry as we go along. So welcome to Wine Wednesdays with Matthew. This is a pretty open format. I'm pretty much just going to drink some wine and cook some food with the help of my wife. And we'll show you our grill, show you our rice maker, and we'll talk a lot about this wine. So what we are drinking today is called Savaya the Jack Red Blend. And this is a 2018 vintage. It comes from Columbia Valley. That's where the grapes come from. And this wine is actually made in Walla Walla. So we'll just crack this bottle open a little bit here and pour a little wine in and just make sure, you're not going to find a flawed bottle when you find a screw top cap. Generally, these wines are made to be drank young and fresh. There are a few exceptions, but a twist off bottle means this bottle's ready to drink. So cheers, thanks for joining me. And we'll showcase some local winery today, and next time we come on, I'm going to show you a Sauvignon Blanc from New Zealand called Dashwood, and we'll cover that at the end. But today, here we are with Savaya the Jack Red. The reason why I started off with this wine is because it's definitely a Wednesday wine. This is middle of the week, all the things going on this planet right now. I don't know about you, but definitely Courtney and I enjoy a bottle of wine or two a night. This is definitely a perfect midday or midweek. And if you're really into midday drinking, a midday drinking wine as well. It's very fresh. It's got Merlot, Malbec, Cabernet Franc, and Petit Verdot. So this wine is predominantly Merlot, and in general, when you drink Merlot, it's a smoother blend, so which kind of makes it as an easy drinking wine for the middle of the week. But with this wine today, we're going to cook a little steak, make a little rice, we're going to blanch a little broccoli, and I'll take you through all my little wine tricks and restaurant tricks that I've learned over the years. I'm not a chef, but I have been in the restaurant business and the beverage business for about 20 years now. So I'm really excited to bring what I've learned through casual conversations and just introductions to people that I've met through the wine business. So anyway, I hope going forward, I'm going to announce the wines that we are going to drink on Wine Wednesdays. And next time we do this, I'm hoping that all of our viewers will have a bottle of the wine that I'm talking about. That way we can pair and discuss and talk about what we're going to make with it and make it kind of a community effort. So anyway, chances are that I will finish this bottle with Courtney before the end of the show. We'll keep our fingers crossed. All right. So 2018 vintage was a good vintage for Washington State. A lot of fruit available. Rich Funk makes several different tiers of this wine. Rich Funk is the owner and winemaker of Savaya Cellars. We'll get into some more details about the winery later on. But you know what? I got the grill going. I got gas and the propane, and I got some steaks ready to go. So if you wouldn't mind, Courtney, following me out, we'll throw these steaks on the grill and get started with the food. So what we've got today is a heated gas grill and a flank steak, which I'm going to throw on. And then we also have a couple of filet mignons. Now, I went shopping for this meat today, and what I found was astronomical prices for flank steak. So I said, well, if I'm going to pay that much for flank steak, I might as well buy some filet mignon. So I got some filet mignon as well, and just because it's Wednesday and my wife's helping me, we will treat ourselves to filet when this is done. So go ahead and take a look at the grill there. I've seasoned those already. So we'll let those cook for about a few minutes, and then right now I'll take you to the kitchen. I've got some water boiling and we'll blanch the broccoli. All right. Let me grab Okay, so we got the water boiling and the broccoli flowerette's already in there. So this is going to be about a 2-minute process. I know this is a pretty simple thing to do, but blanching broccoli preserves the nutrition in the broccoli, and it also really brings out the color. One of my favorite ways to cook, and cook broccoli. So yeah, super interesting if you want to get a close-up on how lovely this looks like in my great aunt's pot. There we go. So we'll let that hang out for a couple minutes. And we've got the rice going right here. I've got white rice cooking, and that's going to be ready as soon as I pull that top off there, I'm pretty sure. So I'm going to hang out here with the broccoli. I don't want to boil it too long that it loses some of its nutritional value. But as soon as it blanches a little bit, then boils a little bit, then I'll throw it into the sink and throw some cold water on it, and we'll set it off to the side until the steaks are done. Let this water get a little bit. I really like this color of broccoli. This green reminds me of my mother's eyes. Look how beautiful that is. Did we get it? Oh, over there. There we go. Still learning the ins and outs of the camera on the iPad. All right. Well, that's finishing up. Let's just take another meander out here to the steaks. All right, get these good and marked. Come back to those in a minute. Let's see. Let's go a little bit right. All right, good. Okay, while we're waiting for the broccoli, I can finally get a little close to the computer here and see some of the comments. Who's out there today? Right on. Any questions? Because I'm here to answer them. I kind of know a couple things about wine. I'm going to pull these out right now. Let's see. Let's just do this. Right. Broccoli's in the sink. We'll throw a little cooler on it. And those are all nice and bright green. Excellent. All right, and we'll set these aside for a little bit later. Pipe her down. Get that out of here. All right. Let's go hang out with our steaks for a little bit. Right this way. Cat might get involved here. Well, Croissant is very busy today. So I picked July 1st because I was hoping to show how lovely it is here in the Northwest during the summer, but of course we get a perfectly rainy day. We'll make the best of it though. Let's head back inside. I started that rice on time. Okay, I'm going to set a little timer. 2 minutes, and then in case I get too distracted, I'll know when to turn the steak over. So, Rich Funk and his wife Anita, the founders of Savaya Cellars. That's a great question, Jeff, and I will answer that for you next week or in 2 weeks with Dashwood Sauvignon Blanc. Sauvignon Blanc goes great with scallops, and that's a great suggestion for what we could actually sear some scallops and drink some Sauv Blanc on July 15th when we do our next show. Thank you for that. So, Merlot, Malbec, Cabernet Franc, and Petit Verdot are all in this wine. Again, I said earlier, Merlot is very smooth. You add the Malbec, the Cab Franc, and the Petit Verdot to give this wine a little bit of body. So it gives it a little bit of tannin, but overall, this is incredibly smooth. And I would even suggest putting this on a slight chill. It's really nice in the summertime when you're, obviously grilling steaks, but having this in the refrigerator for about an hour, hour and a half before you drink it, I think makes it even more enjoyable when the weather's a little warmer outside. Is it bad if I finish this whole bottle while we're doing this show? I hope not. If anybody's wondering what the music I have in the background, this is one of my favorite albums to cook to. It's a band out of Leeds, England called the New Master Sounds. This album is called 10 Years On, and I always play this music when I'm hosting wine parties or showing wine. I just really like the funk behind it and the guitar. So if you have any requests, I'm going to completely ignore them as far as the music goes. So as I said earlier, Rich Funk is in Walla Walla at his winery, Savaya. He moved to Walla Walla with his wife, Anita. They are native Montanians, and they came over in 1998. Okay, there's our timer for the steak. And we will go flip those fillets over. Hang on one sec. So we like our steaks pretty rare around here. A good way to measure that is, put your hand in a fist like that. Rare is going to be pretty, how did I do this before? It was the fingers. So you do 1 for rare, 2 for medium rare, and then 3 for well done. But I always just kind of push the steak, and if it feels like that right there, then I know that it's at medium rare. We're going to give this a few more minutes, but these are going to be pretty medium rare if I have anything to do with it. I'm going to cook the flank a little bit longer just because of the type of meat it is. But I think we probably got 2 more minutes on those, and I'll let those finish off. I'm going to lower the heat a little bit and let them kind of cook their way through. Okay, I think we're good there. My cat's being very naughty. He's right there. It's a healthy kitty. Yeah, this camera's not helping. What are you doing? You eating your broccoli? Oh boy. All right. Kitty likes his broccoli. Love it. So we're going to put these back in here for a minute, and I'm going to mix a few of the flank steaks in there at some point, but let's keep those going. The rice is cooking, wine is drinking very well. Let's just hang out with the fillets, because the last thing I want to do is overcook those. No, Chelan's an amazing region. Thanks for the question. If you were to go to Chelan and see a winery, one of my favorite ones out there is Carderas. Their wine diffraction is one of the most amazing Southern Rhone blends I have tasted from Washington State in a long time. So if you're in Chelan, please go to Carderas Winery and tell them Matthew sent you, because it is absolutely killer. Yeah, they are pretty blowing up. Let's see. Yeah, definitely the Carderas is my favorite Chelan producer at this moment. They don't source all of their wines, all their grapes from Chelan region. Carderas actually pulls their grapes mostly from Yakima, but their winery in Chelan is well worth a visit. It's brand new. They just redid the whole thing. It's an incredible spot. So now this is getting easier as the wine's going down. Thanks for bearing with me. Okay, I think we're good. All right, I think I'm happy with where the fillets are. We're gonna shut that down. We're gonna let the flank go a little bit. I'm gonna go grab a plate for the fillets, excuse me. All right. One of those, and we'll let those rest. I'm just going to crank it up on this flank because it's extra thick, and we're going to give that a couple more minutes. I'm going to take these in and let them rest. Still getting after it. Jesus, dude, you love. I just said feed you broccoli. It's going to save me a lot of money. That's Croissant, everybody. Croissant's a pretty decent cat. Cries a lot, wakes me up in the morning, but his one redeeming quality is apparently that he eats broccoli, and he also is toilet trained. So if you need any tips on toilet training your cat, I can help you with that too. I need more wine. Let's see. This is a common problem around this house. I forgot where I put my wine glass. I don't think I started the rice on time, so it might not be ready in time for the steaks, but we'll see. Yeah, it's still delicious. It's still delicious.